Alright then. So this video basically focuses on dealing with anxiety and stress. I don't want to say that I or claim that I'm going to cover the whole topic, but the main idea of this video is to just go through what I feel has helped me deal with all this. So you go through your different phases of life where you have to perform in certain events, and those events seem to matter a lot. So we have events, and some events seem to matter a lot. But if they do matter a lot, you automatically start feeling some sort of anxiety. You feel anxious, right? So, how to deal with this? What I feel are primary causes of anxiety could be like real unpreparedness. So, it's just that you're simply not prepared enough. So, there are two things you could do. If you have sufficient time, or depending on how much time you have, you could plan and prepare. And what will help you prepare? The things that will help you prepare are the controllables or things that you can control. Just find out what are the things that you can control, what are the things that you can plan, and then act accordingly. For example, if you are going to give a speech, you know that you have certain kind of an audience that you are going to speak to. So you need to tailor your speech so that it is in accordance with the kind of audience you are going to deliver in front of. That is exactly what I mean by control levels. Like there are certain things which you can control, and then you can take care of that in some way, and you can prepare for that. But even in that, even if you don't have 100% preparation, I'll let you know how you can deal with that. But within the time frame you have, you can prepare to some extent at least and help ease that nervousness. Because logically speaking, if you are well prepared, you don't have any reason to be anxious. But then there's another part of the problem, which is you are prepared or to some extent prepared, somewhat prepared, right? But then you still feel it. And that could be because of certain things which are not in your control, not controllable. For example, if you were to write an exam and you think that the instructor will pose a problem that is very different from what was taught, well, it can happen. There's nothing stopping it from happening apart from the instructor deciding to add it or not. But what really helps you go through this trouble of thinking and worrying about what is not controllable is sticking to the facts. And the fact is that you have to believe. You have to believe in, I believe that you have to believe in the fact that some things are not in your control, some things are completely random, and they will be there. They will, they will shift your outcomes from what you expect. But if you keep working hard enough, then you will be successful sometimes, and you may not be successful sometimes. But on an average, you should be fine. Or in fact, you should be growing. So, so this is in a short time, but in a long time, your progress should be upwards. You should go up, right? But there will be some highs and lows, and you have to accept that it's a part of life. Also, I'll give another strong reasoning why this could be a way to go about it, and that comes from the fact that all of these events, so let us say these events are like points. So each of these events are points, and these points will arise as you move through your life in time. In some of these points, or at some of these points, you might not do well, something might go wrong, some random thing will happen. But if you do not lose hope, Do not lose hope. You will eventually, sometimes you will get a lot, sometimes you might not do well, but then you will eventually, on an average, reach your outcome. So that is why I would say that like if you are a student who's listening to this and you feel anxious about tomorrow's exam or the exam, upcoming exams or whatever, or the assignments or whatever, just make sure you know that we as humans, we have abilities which go far beyond what we prepare for. You come, you have you have some sort of a history associated with you which is unique to you, and that history allows you to, or that experience allows you to also prepare, actually without preparation, also come up with ways to deal with things when you are really in the waters. And you have to believe in that ability as well. Like sometimes you might be thrown into a situation where things are very difficult, but you might still come out of that as a winner. Or there might be situations where you are thrown into a difficult situation and you do not make it. But then your job is to ensure that these things don't happen too often. And the way to not make them happen too often and have an overall growth on an average is to focus on the fact that you have won in the past, you have won, you will win in the future also. And the main thing that is stopping you from doing this is your own self doubt. And the self doubt arises because of these non controllable things or controllable things. But for controllables, you have to prepare. That is the logical part of it. And for the non controllable, the logical part is that you have to accept that some things are not controllable and believe in your abilities to go beyond when the push comes to the shove. Thank you so much for watching this video.